This is the question asked in today's skillrack daily challenge. So we are given a list of integers as input, and in this list we must traverse from left to right, and while traversing, the integer at which we are present is considered as x, and the integer that is present next to it is y. So when we start from left, the first integer is x and the next integer is y, and then when we move to the second integer, then this integer would be considered as x and the integer that is present next to it is considered as y. And while traversing, if the x and y are equal, then we should replace x with its next multiple and we should replace y with 0. So here if we start from this integer 2, then the y would be this 2. So the x and y are equal. So the first 2 will be replaced with its next multiple. So it will become 4 and the y will be replaced with 0 and the remaining integers will remain as such. So now this is the new list, and now we should start from this second position, and here this is x and the next integer is y. So here also both are same and they are already 0. So again we will get the same list. So the next multiple of 0 is 0 and we should replace y with 0 and it is already 0. So we get the same list, and now we should start from this third integer, and this is x and the 3 is y. So the x and y are not equal. So we should move to the next integer. So now if we consider this 3 as x, then the y will also be equal to 3. So we should replace x with its next multiple. So first 4 and then 0 and the next multiple of 3 is 6 and thus y should be replaced with 0. So 0 and finally 8. And now this is the new list, and here we should start from this position, and 0 and 8 are the values of x and y and they are not equal, and we have reached the end of the list. So there are no more integers that is present right side to it. So now in this list we must take the non-zero elements and print it first. So the non-zero elements are 4, 6 and 8. So we should print those non-zero elements first, and we should print all the remaining zeros at the end. So this is how we get our output. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. So first I am creating an integer n and setting its value to 0, and then I am creating an integer array named ARR of size 10 to the power 5. And now we should accept a list of integers as input, and we don't know how many integers would be present in the list. So I am using a while loop, and in this condition I am checking whether the function scanf returns 1 or not. So if the function scanf returns 1, it means that it has received an input. So this while loop works until the input is received from the scanf statement. When we do like this, we will be able to accept the list of integers and store it into this array ARR. And in every iteration of this while loop, if an input is received, then we will increment the value of n. So the value of n will be the number of integers present in the list. Now we have accepted the input, and now we should traverse from left to right. And while traversing, we must check whether the x and y are equal. So to traverse from left to right, I am creating a new for loop that iterates from 0 till n minus 1. And here I am iterating only till n minus 1 because in every iteration we will be comparing it with the next element. Suppose if we iterate till n, then when we are present at the n minus 1, then there will be no integers that is present right to it. So I am iterating only till n minus 1. So in every iteration of this for loop, the ARR of I would be the value of x. If ARR of I and ARR of I plus 1 are equal, then as per the condition given in the question, the x must be replaced with its next multiple. So the x is ARR of I. So I am replacing ARR of I with its next multiple, and the y must be replaced with 0. So the ARR of I plus 1 is set to 0. This will be performed for all the integers present in the list. So after the execution of this for loop, now we should print the non-zero elements first, and then we should print the zeros at the last. So first I am creating a new integer variable named non-zero and setting its value to 0. and then I'm creating a loop that iterates from 0 to n, and if the list value is not equal to 0, then I'm printing that integer and incrementing the value of non-zero, because the integer which we are printed is a non-zero. So I'm incrementing the value of this integer non-zero, and after printing all the non-zero elements, we should print the zeros at the last. So the number of zeros in the list would be the total number of integers in the list minus the non-zero elements. So this value would be the number of zeros in the list. So now I am creating a loop that iterates from 0 till n minus non-zero, and I am printing that many zeros. So we will get our desired output. So now let us check our program with sample test cases. So for the sample input 1, our expected output is here. So we are also getting the same output. And for the sample input 2, this is our expected output. So we are also getting the same values. So this is the logic behind today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.